then bazinga, you're saving $10 off on your very first purchase, and you're part of that exclusive VIP HSN club that doesn't cost anything. All right, this is also from Rarities. Now, Carol Brodie's Evil Eyes are her #1 runaway bestseller. You can see, I'm not very good at this part. Look at that, as if it was right here. Okay, you can see that it's a huge customer pick, and all of her Evil Eyes are. This one in particular is made of ruby. That little teardrop is ruby, and then your choice of chrome dioxide. That's the green, or the neon apatite, which is that that blue is like, ooh, it is just jumping off of there. Then each one has black spinel and white zircon. And this, you see how it's 3D? It's like the pupil of the eye is underneath the lid. There you can see it. This is a big, bold look. I mean, talk about bold. Like, you really are making quite a statement with this. And when Carol comes in, she explains that her inspiration for this was Salvador Dali had an evil eye that he designed for his wife. He actually did 3 different pendants, different brooches, and you can look it up. If you look up Salvador Dali and evil eye, this was inspired by that. It has that same look, but this has that ruby as the tear. And that when Dali designed his, he said that he called his, not the evil eye, he called it the eye of time. And he said that it was to protect us from the present and the future. So interesting. So this one is that beautiful apatite, neon apatite, and then the green is that chrome diopside. Those are very difficult gems to mine. They actually come from very remote places, very different, in fact. It's really interesting because the chrome diopside, the place where that mine is, it's in Russia. It's covered in snow most of the year, like up to your neck in snow most of the year. That's that beautiful apple green. That's the chrome diopside. So once the snow melts, it's slushy and wet and really unsafe to go into a mine, as you might imagine. So really, they're only about 3 weeks out of the entire year that you can even mine that gorgeous chrome diopside. That's why it's so difficult, so rare to get. But of course, that's why Carol puts that in her designs. She wants us to be able to have items that you can't find anywhere else. Now, that neon apatite is mined on the opposite side of the world in Brazil. So you don't have to worry about the snow, but you do have to ride horseback in order to even get to the mine. You have to go on treacherous roads, so that one's difficult to get as well. That's why we don't see that very often, but those beautiful bright pops of color are so incredibly bright. And the reason, I mean, the evil eye, Carol didn't create the evil eye. It's been kind of known as like a talisman throughout generations in all different cultures as kind of a protector from evil. It's not evil. They call it the evil eye, but the belief is that it protects you from evil or from mean people, really. And so many people just love it as that great design. You see the evil eye now in bracelets and rings and necklaces, but really never like this. Never with that gorgeous 3-dimensional look. That pupil right behind, and the white zircon, that gorgeous black spinel. That tear is actual red ruby. And Carol's design for that, everything has a meaning. She even chose the ruby specifically because it represents courage, it represents strength and love. And so then the protection, of course, with the evil eye, and then the ruby, so it's your, representing your courage, your love, your strength. What a great gift to give someone if you want to be able to send them that message. The message behind the jewelry is so important, and really fun to be able to have that that's reminiscent of Salvador Dali as well. So you'll get a full presentation of that at 8 p.m. when Carol herself is here, and you can get yours right